Welcome to the final part of Human Body Anatomy and Physiology chapter. Finally, we will discuss on urinary system, immune system, and reproductive system. Let's begin with human urinary system. The urinary system consists of a pair of kidneys connected to the bladder and a tube, the urethra, to the outside of the body. The urinary system removes waste products from the blood and from the body. The kidneys filter the blood to produce urine. This runs down the ureters to collect in the bladder. Urine leaves the body through the urethra. The urinary system produces about 0.5 to 2 liters of urine every day. The kidneys are a pair of bean-shaped organs inside the small of your back. The ureters are thin tubes that are about 25 cm long. One leads from each kidney to the bladder. The urethra is a tube that leads from the bladder to the outside of the body. The kidneys are the body's water control and blood cleaning plants. They are high-speed filters that draw off water and important substances from the blood. They let unwanted water and waste substances go. About 1.3 liters of blood are filtered by the kidneys every minute. All the body's blood flows through the kidneys every 10 minutes, so blood is filtered 150 times a day. The kidneys manage to recycle or save every reusable substances from the blood. They take 85 liters of water and other blood substances from every 1,000 liters of blood, but only let out 0.6 liters of urine. Blood entering each kidney is filtered through a million of more filtration units called nephron. Each nephron is an incredibly intricate network of little pipes called convoluted tubules, wrapped around countless tiny capillaries. Useful blood substances are filtered into the tubules, then reabsorbed back into the blood in the capillaries. Blood enters each nephron through a little cup called the Bowman's capsule via a bundle of capillaries. The kidneys also produce hormones, including one that helps to keep blood pressure normal. The bladder is a hollow muscular organ that sits deep within the pelvis. It acts as a collection bag for the urine produced by the kidneys. Urine flows down to 2 ureters into the bladder, where it collects until released. The wall of the bladder is made up of smooth muscle and is very folded. The bladder normally holds up about 600 ml of urine, but can stretch to hold up to twice this amount if necessary. As the bladder stretches, it sends nerve signals to the spinal cord and the brain. These tell us we need to empty our bladders. The functions of human urinary systems are: remove nitrogenous waste, maintain electrolyte, acid base, and fluid balance of blood, act as a homeostatic organ, blood filters, and release hormone calcitriol and erythropoietin that keeps blood pressure normal. Chemical substances such as heavy metals, organic solvents, chlorinated hydrocarbons, and aromatic amines have a significant effect on human urinary system. Those hazards are easily found in heavy industries, for example, battery manufacturing, printing industries, cookware manufacturing, and textile industry. They can cause kidney failure, kidney cancer, suppression of the immune system, and bladder cancer. Next, we will discuss another complicated human body system, which is the human immune system. The immune system is the complicated system of defense that your body uses to prevent or fight off attack from germs and other invaders. Your body has a variety of barriers, toxic chemicals, and booby traps to prevent germs from entering it. The skin is a barrier that stops many germs getting in, as long as it is not broken. Mucus is a thick, slimy fluid that coats vulnerable internal parts of your body, such as your stomach and nose. It also acts as a lubricant, making swallowing easier. Mucus lines your airways and lungs to protect them from smoke particles as well as from germs. Your airways may fill up with mucus when you have a cold, as your body tries to minimize the invasion of airborne germs. Itching, sneezing, coughing and vomiting are your body's way of getting rid of unwelcome invaders. Some small particles that get trapped in the mucus lining of your airways are wafted out by tiny hairs called cilia. Each organ and nodes in human immune system function in a specific way. Tonsils and adenoid function to release cells to fight infection. Thymus gland turn ordinary white blood cells into special T cells that fight harmful microbes. Lymph nodes swells up with white blood cells that have swallowed up germs. Spleen would help to destroy worn-out red blood cells and help produce antibody and phagocytes, while bone marrow produces blood cells and store fats. Several occupational hazards that can affect human immune systems includes radiation, tuberculosis infection, and polychlorinated biphenyls. Radiation can kill bone marrow cells. The infection of tuberculosis can decrease production of blood cells and platelets, while exposure to polychlorinated biphenyls can significantly decrease the size of the thymus gland. Finally, let's look at the human reproductive system. Human reproductive system is what differentiates man and woman. The male reproductive system consists of a penis, scrotum, and 2 testes. Male reproductive system is where the body creates the sperm cells that combine with the female egg cells to create a new human life. The testes and scrotum hang outside the body where it is cooler because this improves sperm production. Sperm cells look like a microscopical tiny tadpoles. They are made in the testes, which are inside the scrotum. Sperm leave the testes via the epididymis, a thin, coiled tube about 6 meters long. Epididymis connects to another tube called the vas deferens. Glands called seminal vesicles lie alongside the vas deferens and add fluids and nutrients to the sperm. The male reproductive system also produces sex hormones that are needed for the production of sperm and for a boy to develop at puberty. The male sex hormone testosterone also stimulates bone and muscle growth. The female reproductive system consists of the uterus, fallopian tubes, ovaries, cervix, and vagina. A woman's reproductive system is where her body stores, releases, and nurtures the egg cells, ova or ovum that creates a new human life when joined with a male sperm. All the egg cells are stored from birth in the ovaries, 2 egg-shaped glands inside the pelvic region. Each egg is stored in a tiny sac called a follicle. Ovaries sit just near the end of the fallopian tubes. Eggs travel down these tubes to the uterus. The uterus is a hollow muscular organ that can stretch to feed a baby as it grows in the wombs. The entrance to the uterus is called the cervix. This is usually held closed but opens during labor to let the baby be born. The canal from the uterus to the outside of the body is called the vagina. It has muscular walls that can stretch during labor. The female reproductive system also produces sex hormones that are needed for the menstrual cycle and for a girl to develop at puberty. At menopause, the level of these sex hormones fall. The function of human reproductive system are to produce offspring and to produce sex hormones. Male reproductive system is very sensitive towards radiation, carcinogenic chemicals, and high temperature. Radiation can lower the sperm count and quality. Carcinogenic chemicals can cause scrotal cancer, while high temperature can cause infertility. On the other hand, lead, gamma rays, and ethylene glycol ether are the famous occupational hazards that can affect female reproductive system. Lead can cause miscarriage and infertility in female. Pregnant women who are exposed to gamma rays can cause birth defects. Ethylene glycol ether can cause miscarriage. For a conclusion, now we know that several human body systems works together to regulate the balance of body homeostasis. But many kinds of hazards that can affect the physiology and function of human body can be found in the workplace. Thus, the proper hazards control is required to prevent workers from getting ill health and disease from the workplace.